Hey, what is up guys, and good morning. So I have a bunch of new things that just arrived, and we're going to be doing a lot of mod videos also. So let's get started right off the bat. So first thing, I got the MultiProtocol module to work with the FlySky transmitters. It was actually pretty simple. And the one that I got to work was this one. I've gotten two of them, but this is the one that worked. I'll leave it linked down below. It's important to use this one because the other one was an absolute pain in the ass to even get it to work. I think I did have it work, but I didn't know I did because of the execution and the low quality of it. So this one is highly recommended, the FlySky version. I'll leave it linked down below. Go ahead and check it out if you want to. Basically, if you like me, if you transitioned from FlySky to FlySky, and now all your receivers are FlySky, now you're going to be able to fly with your FlySky, which is pretty crazy with the FlySky receivers. So that's really nice, and you can also play with the toys and high tech and whatever. Even I think this thing can even run Crossfire if I remember correctly. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But this thing is a MultiProtocol module. Almost everything this thing will fly. It has all the chips in there. So that's one thing. I'll leave a link down below. Go ahead and check that out. Also, about the mod. Now, the mod video I could have released 2 days ago, basically, but I didn't. Now, this is where I want your comments down below to let me know where to proceed, because obviously I'll be reading these right after the video. So I can immediately start the mod, but make it into a two-part video. Now, why was it to be a two-part video? Well, currently I ordered a new 3D printer, and what I wanted to do is I wanted to make the complete mod, with the 3D design, the 3D prints, and then just have it all perfect, with some kind of way to mount it to this guy. Absolutely perfect. And the mod doesn't require much, which is pretty crazy. Just 3 wires. That's it. It's pretty awesome. So let me know if I should make it in a two-part video and release this video first, so I can do that right now easily and show you how to do it. And then later on, we'll take it into the next step. So I'm really waiting for the 3D printer. And the one that I got was the Creality CR10 Mini. Now, why did I get the Mini? Well, it's because it's within my budget range, and it's big enough, I think, for me. I mean, for right now, it's plenty enough for me. So it was a good price also. So I decided to pull the trigger yesterday. I'll let you guys know in the posts that I usually do on YouTube here. All right, so let me know, 1-part or 2-part video. 1-part, you're gonna have to wait till like maybe next week. 2-part video, I can start today, and then once the 3D printer comes and then I assemble it and get it to run, then I'll start designing this stuff throughout the week, and then so when it comes, I just print it and I should be good to go. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. So let me know, 1-part or 2-part, and it's very important to get this one because the other one is not really that great. So yeah, I'll leave a link to it down below. Also, oh yeah. Sorry, just before going on a little bit further, it'll work on I'm going to show you both the FlySky i6 and the FlySky i6X. So you'll be able to mod whatever one you have, so you don't have to worry. Even the Eachine one. I have an Eachine one from the Racer 250 still, which is basically the FlySky i6X, which is really nice. So that's really good. So I have both of them right next to me here. I got both of them to work, which is really cool. Also, Fatshark mods. Vr006. Provided by Banggood. Thank you, Banggood. I'll leave a link down below. Please check it out. So if you click the link, they can keep giving me more things. Also, JJpro is going to go up for a mod. Thank you, Banggood. That's really nice of you. So Banggood provided those two for me for modding, which is pretty cool. And also they provided the Eachine Vr006 that everybody was wanting, the D2 Pro. But I pulled a trace. But I got it to work. It was so awesome. What happens is with that one, I did it proper this time. I know many of you have been fussy lately about my mods. So I did it proper. And the way I did it was with an external switch that you flick, and then you can just have the video feed from the Fatshark module. And if you don't want it, you flick that switch again, and it'll give you the feed from the input. However, I pulled the trace off the PCB, which really ruined it. So I need to get a... I could fix it, but it's not really nice in a mod video. So I could fix it for myself later or something, but yeah, or I'm just going to actually just salvage the components on there because it has the RX5808 receivers on there. So I'll just take those for myself, and it does have a nice switching video IC, which I could also take. So I could just use it for a lot of things, that thing. So I'm not upset, but I might have to buy the board again because Banggood provided that one for me. I don't know how to tell them just yet, but I'll probably write them tomorrow like, hey, I ruined it. And we'll see what happens. So yeah, I'll leave a link to that down also below. Please make sure you click all those 3 links. Those really help the channel and Banggood helping me get these things to do mods for you guys. So that's really nice. I'm not going to do a review. You guys know there's a bunch of reviews on them. I'm just going to put the mod, and then that's it. You guys already know your goggles. You have your goggles. You just do your mod. So another thing, I have been trying to fly these, which is really fun. Now, I got to fly for a maximum of 7 seconds, but it was a total of 5 flights, and a total of 7 seconds in those 5 flights. One flight was 5 second long, which is so awesome. It's pretty hard. I lost orientation, and then I just lost one, and I stuck to the ground. So, but I can tell you one thing. This thing took an absolute beating, more than my quads. I ran into so many things. I had to go to the supermarket like 4 times to get a bunch of super glue, and I just didn't have enough patience to wait for it to dry. And I just take it back up, boom, crash again. So I did not try to fly FPV at first, which is a stupid mistake. That's what I should have done in the beginning. It should have been easier. And for receiver, so I didn't have a PWM receiver. If you've seen my previous video, I was like, oh my god, what do I do? I really wanted to use the FlySky, and I don't have a PWM receiver, and I'm not going to wait a month to receive one. I'm not going to order one from Europe because I'm going to pay like $1 trillion. So what I remembered is I bought the TBS Crossfire a long time ago for my Patreons, and I do thank you guys, everyone who's my Patreon. Thank you guys so much for everything. So I got this a while ago, and I was like, wait, it has some kind of a PWM adapter. So I was like, okay, well, why didn't I just stick that on there? And that's what I did here. I put that in there. So as you can tell, there's the antennas. I don't know if it's routed correctly, but I really don't care. I'm not going to fly that far. I just want to just get in the air and just get a feel for it. That's all I want to do. But the idea of this, the wings, is to get some kind of a wing that will run my 4S 1500 milliamp batteries. Because if I crash all my quads, or some reason one quad is just acting up, and I just have a ton load of batteries, I don't want to discharge them. So I just want to stick it in one of those and just cruise around. And especially now with the snow that's coming, I'd rather fly these in the snow than a quadcopter. I never even flew a quadcopter in the snow because I just don't want to ruin them. So I think this will be really fun to fly in the snow and to try to get nice camera angles to capture really good footage. So I think that'll be pretty interesting. And that's what I want to do just for myself. And if you guys want to see that, I can show you that. Now, what else do we have? The FPV, the drone mesh FPV drone finder kit is currently in progress to be in Banggood. It's going to need a couple weeks, but it'll be there eventually. It's a little bit more difficult than I expected to prepare everything. So it's in the progress. It's going to be there very soon. There's also other kits also. They're very interested in the other kits as well. And obviously they see it from you guys. So that was really nice of you that you left comments like, yes, we want. Also, I will have we can call it the ultimate FPV USB dongle or something like that. It's a USB stick you stick in your PC and you solder whether an iBus, FlySky, FlySky receiver to, and then you can play any simulator, which is really awesome. And it's using the Hakcrc VJoy plugin, which I'll leave a link down below. And it'll become a DIY kit also, that USB thing. I'll make it into DIY kit, but that will be after I release the finished version, because making that into DIY kit is a little bit more difficult because it's all SMD components. So it's surface mount components, and it's not, through hole components. So that would have been a little bit easier, but you can do that, but it's not really worth it. So that's something to take note of. So that's also going to be coming very soon. And also, what else do we have? Yes, I got a comment, which was actually a really good comment. Some guy said, why don't you make a Arduino flight controller? So you might say, well, what the hell do we have flight controllers? Well, it's not for you then, if you think like that. This is for more of the person who knows how to program in the Arduino IDE and doesn't know how to program for F3 microcontroller units, because it's easier to program for Arduino. But we're not going to use the ATmega 368. I think I would use the F1, which there's already libraries for on the Arduino IDE. So it'll be an F1 microcontroller unit. And the idea of that is to have tinkers and developers. You know how I got that LiDAR the other day? You can install the LiDAR on a quadcopter, and obviously you're not going to have the Betaflight filtration, all that stuff. But those are, the people that are going to want this don't need that stuff. They can incorporate that stuff themselves. They have a little project they want to do, so it's going to be the exact form factor of flight controllers, but it'll be an Arduino one. So that's something I'm working on, and I think it's really interesting. So yeah, I think that'll be pretty fun. So I'll make like a small batch, and if people like it, we can figure out a way to handle it. I'm trying to make it as best price as possible, and I really think I'm actually excited about it. So even if nobody buys it, I just want to play with it. It can be the precursor into you programming into Betaflight. You can take the Betaflight code, customize a couple things in it, and stick it back on your. This is how these things work. You know, you start with the Arduino, then you jump to an ESP86 or your ESP32, and then you know they open the doors for you to take the next step over, because then you start feeling, oh, I'm limited. I feel like I'm ready. I could push myself up to that level. So we can see possibly, if this really goes through, an increase in developers for the multi-Wii, you know, protocol and Betaflight and CleanFlight and all these kinds of things. So, you know, some people can come up with crazy ideas and just put them into the community because something opened the door for them, which is really nice. It's really, really nice. So hopefully I'm planning on doing an open hardware design. So I'll see how that works out. And that's one project I'm also working on. RC cars. So I found a location which I can do tricks and flips in. I broke my Cheetah the other day and I ordered parts for it. I crashed hella hard, but oh my goodness, I'm actually missing driving that thing. What's so cool about that is you just stick it on the ground and you start driving wherever the hell you are, you know? You can't, you know, if you're in like Walmart or Tesco, well, for me, Tesco, and the parking lot seems pretty empty, you can't take out your quadcopter and start flying it around people, you know? You just can't do that. But you can take out your little RC super hella fast, you know, floor quadcopter and then just bash the living shit out of it on the floor, kill the battery and go home, which is really nice, you know, waiting for someone. I'm going to stick my car down, just drive it around shit. And believe it or not, I was thinking, well, people might think, oh, look at this grown-ass guy playing with cars. But I'm actually getting the opposite reaction. People are just coming up like, whoa, because the thing is so insanely fast, and it's awesome. Like, people just stop, even old people, like, will just stop and just look, and then, you know, it's really nice. So it's really fun, especially little kids. Little kids go crazy about it. But yeah, you can't let it. Oh my goodness, my little son wanted to drive that thing. I said, no, buddy, that thing will pull you to the next city, basically. Yeah, those things are just awesome. So I got more RC cars on the way. So where have they been all my life? That's what I'm trying to say. They're really, really fun to drive. And also fixed wings. So I'm trying to get into fixed wings also. I don't know if I'll incorporate it into the channel much, but I'm doing it for myself. I think it's a really nice transition. It feels like, you know, a quadcopter feels more of a tense flight. You know, you got 3 minutes. Make sure you don't crash. You know, you just got to keep going, keep it going. But some days maybe you just want to relax and enjoy something. And I think that's where the fixed wing comes. You know, you just stick that battery in, launch it. Once you know how to fly, I still don't know. And then just cruise around. That's it, just cruise around. Like, oh, here I am. Look, that's me right there. And then just cruise around, basically. I think that's really interesting. You can get some pretty good range on these things. So I also have the 2.4 gigahertz modules coming in, which I'll be testing. I am more likely to do range testing with fixed wings than a quadcopter, because if a fixed wings falls, it's not really going to kill anyone, you know. It might hurt somebody, but I'm usually in a field, so by farms. So if that falls, you know, if a quadcopter falls on somebody, you know, a 500 gram quadcopter going full throttle, that's basically murder, probably. So yeah, I wouldn't do that. So yeah, fixed wing seems more reliable for me, or a better solution. So what I can do is, I've already started actually thinking about it. I'm trying to find out the best wing for it right now. Right now I'm just practicing with this guy since it's a little bit cheap. I would basically be flying with the FlySky with the Crossfire, TBS Crossfire, and then I would bring another Q7 next to me, or a FlySky, and then I'd put also the receiver with it here. And then once I hear it go off that it fail safe, then we know the distance, and then we know which one's better. So I think that's going to be pretty cool and pretty interesting. So it's not going to be connected to anything, but just have power, the other receiver that I'll be testing. And we could actually test real range, which is really nice. So I think that's really interesting. And I think that can give you, it's not going to be the ultimate test because I have super flat grounds. But I think what it will do is it will give you a good idea of how far you can possibly go. I have super flat ground, like the flattest ground in all of Europe. So yeah, I think that's going to be pretty cool and pretty interesting. So we'll see. I'll stick a GPS on one of these and then fly it. So yeah, that's going to be pretty good. Also, regarding dronemeshforum.com, thank you guys. We're about to hit, I think, 100 members, and that'd be super. You know, I don't really ask you guys for much, but I really appreciate it if you know the last couple people would join it and we just hit our first, you know, 100 members to be really nice. I'm there. I'm really trying to help everybody there. The maximum response time is 12 hours. If I'm sleeping, I'm not going to be responding to anybody. But once I wake up, I usually check it, and then throughout the day, every couple hours, I check, and then if I'm unable to answer from my phone, I wait till I get on the PC and then I answer. So I really want to make this into the community driven project. There's no bullshit advertisements. There's nothing on it. It's just for us. It's for people to get help. And that's the whole idea. So I really want to see it go through. And if you have any problems or issues, just go there. I'll also be making dedicated. I'll do more the ESC testing. I'll post my data, my files on there, so you can check it out and analyze it for yourself. So you don't have to just go through my video. You can also later on go and analyze the things, the pictures, the graphs, the whatever. You can analyze it for yourself. So that'll be also pretty good, I think. So I mean, that's really it right now. I do have a couple soldering stations on the way. So I have one on the way actually right now. I'm waiting for it to come because it's like the upgraded version of mine, but it's a little bit smaller because I need a little bit more space on my table. So we'll see how well that works. I'm gonna get it, make a little review first impression, and after a month or 2 or 3 or 6, or every month I'll make an update video on it of how it's going. So you guys would know what's up with that. And well, let me know what you guys want to see. So do you want me to do one of the mods first, or do you want me to finish the MultiProtocol mod right now? I could do the first video. It's not really going to take long. I think the whole thing is going to take like 5 minutes, the video. It's just 3 wires. That's it. Later on, we can make it a little bit more advanced because there's like double encoding, decoding in it. But it'll get the job done for you. You might have some latency, which later on we'll probably test. But it's nothing like super crazy bad. But for what you're getting out of this mod is spectacular, actually. And well, that's it, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comment section so I know how to plan my day and how to go ahead and execute what first. And if you guys have any questions or any suggestions, feel free to let me know, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.